Alrighty boys, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today we're going to be going over the Homebase status report for February the 5th of 2020 for Fortnite Save the World. Now, if you guys do happen to follow me on Twitter, you guys probably know that your boy isn't exactly the most happy with this Homebase status report. I'm not exactly happy with a lot of stuff that's been going on as of recent, but today's video, honestly, I wish I could bring good news, but I really cannot bring any good news in today's video. Before we do jump into it, I do want to give a quick shout out to my man Confused Taco over on Twitter for using my code at gfuel.com. It is literally the best way to support the channel, and I really do appreciate it, my guy. It really does mean a lot to me. But let's go ahead and jump into the video and let's talk about everything going on with Save the World at the moment. So before we do jump into the Homebase status report, I want to go ahead and get this first thing out of the way, as I normally do cover leaks that come out for Save the World. Fire Monkey over on Twitter, which is one of the more popular Save the World leakers, ended up putting out a tweet that said, regarding Save the World leaks, I don't see anything new and there were 0 strings added to Save the World this update. Basically, this means that seeing as 11.50 dropped today, there was literally 0 new content for Save the World. Like, quite literally not a single thing is new in Save the World with this new update. Now, they go on to talk about some stuff in the Homebase status report that actually is quite interesting, but in terms of new content that's coming out this update or in the next content update, none, zip, nada. I also put out a tweet myself over on my own Twitter account whenever 11.50 first dropped, just making sure nothing had changed. I ended up putting out a tweet that said winter tickets got converted into winter llamas with this update. If you were saving for lunar llamas, then I guess it's time to start saving again. I put under it, I said this actually genuinely pisses me off as someone who's been wanting to fill out the dragon set in the collection book, and that is true. I've actually been trying to grind out the collection book as of recently because there's literally nothing to do, and with this new update they auto converted the winter tickets into winter llamas, which means that if you were saving up for lunar llamas, then you just kind of got screwed out on that, and now you need to start saving up for more so that you can actually get the lunar llamas in case you're missing anything, or just like me, you need something for the collection book. Now let's go ahead and jump into the actual status report. We're not exactly starting off strong, and we're not going to finish strong either. So the Save the World Homebase status report for February the 5th of 2020 says, by the Fortnite team, hello Homebase heroes, love is starting to fill the halls of Homebase and Major Oswald is not impressed. Here's a look at what's coming to Save the World over the next few updates. So they start off with some recycled content with Love Ranger Jonesy, which this guy is actually pretty good. He has a very huge shockwave radius whenever you do end up using him, and I do like this character. He's really good. He's going to be coming out on the event store February 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern until February the 20th, which should be around whenever season 12 drops. Now we also have the Heartbreaker Bow, the Crossbow of Love, fire an arrow that drops over time and pierces through enemies. Yet again, some more recycled content, nothing new for Valentine's Day, available from the event store starting February 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern time until February 20th at 4 a.m. Eastern time, again until the next season starts. Now the chaos system, the new physics engine, did end up getting added to Fortnite, and this does in fact affect Save the World, although literally nothing seems to be changed, at least as of right now. We don't really have patch notes, so it's kind of hard for us to really know, but they did actually have this little note in the actual Homebase status report for Save the World specifically, and it said, at launch our goal is to ensure that Fortnite still feels like what you expect. We'll be closely monitoring your feedback from the in-game tool, the in-game feedback tool, for any issues you may be experiencing, and they're talking about the chaos system here. To report issues via the in-game feature tool, select feedback in the main menu, choose bug. We encourage you to put physics in the subject line and include a concise message, blah blah blah. So we do know for a fact that the chaos physics system does in fact work on Save the World, although from everybody's testing thus far, even in Battle Royale, it doesn't really do much of anything. Now next week, whenever we do end up getting our content update, we will be getting even more recycled content for Valentine's Day, which would be 11.50 content update for Anti-Cuddle Sarah. It says keep your cooties to yourself, and this character is a very good meta hero. You know, Love Ranger Jonesy is actually a pretty decent hero, but this hero right here is quite literally like an actual melee meta hero. She basically gives you energy every single time you get an elimination with a melee weapon, and she'll be out starting February the 14th at 7 p.m. until the next season. Now this is what they had to say for the ending part of the Homebase status report, the actual more interesting stuff. They said an update on cosmetics, and this is whenever I said that we're not exactly going to be ending on a strong note. They said Homebase is in the final stages of bringing outfits and back blings to your locker, and there's still a few critical bugs that need to be squashed before ready to release. Because of this, we are now aiming for the version 12.10 update for outfits / back blings. As we continue testing and fixing issues, your commanders will be ready to battle in style in the near future. Yeah. And as someone who has been advocating for cosmetics to come into this game for a very long time now, this genuinely really pisses me off. And I'm sorry, by the way, guys, if I do come across as a little bit toxic in today's video, but I hope you know where I'm coming from as someone that, you know, really likes this game and just getting so little every single time, you know what I mean? This is just something that we've been lied to about multiple times, and that's what really makes me mad, because cosmetics were supposed to be finished in Season X, for those of you guys that don't remember. And then in the 11.20 roadmap that came out, Magis said specifically that they were aiming to get it out before the end of the season. 11.50, this update right now, is the last actual update of this season, and they couldn't even make it happen then. They can't even make it happen whenever Season 12 drops with 12.0, and they have to wait for the update after that for version 12.10, which means that we're going to be getting the cosmetic system in March at the earliest, because as they said, they're aiming to have it out in version 12.10. That doesn't mean it's actually going to come out in 12.10, at least in my opinion, because they've already moved the date twice now. Now, this doesn't even take into consideration that we're also supposed to have melee weapon wraps, as well as hoverboard wraps, as well as reactive items and Save the World work, as I don't exactly believe they work as of yet. I just gotta say, man, I'm really disappointed, and it sucks. It's like a slap in the face. They told us that cosmetics were coming in Season X. They didn't come in Season X. They told us that it was coming in Season 11, or, you know, Chapter 2, Season 1. It didn't come in Chapter 2, Season 1, and they can't even make it for whenever 12.0 actually launches, so we have to wait for like another content update, and then the next big update after that, which would be version 12.10. Again, I'm sorry if I'm coming across as toxic in this video. I really don't mean to be, but I would be absolutely lying to you guys if I just pretended like I was okay with this. I get it that, you know, some stuff happens in game development, and, you know, you have to delay things, and you know, certain things come up, right? But whenever cosmetics are such a big deal in Fortnite, and there's something that could quite literally save the world by getting it a proper budget, because the game currently can't really profit off of llamas alone, it means a lot whenever, you know, cosmetics are told that, you know, they're going to be coming out at a certain time, and a lot of people get excited for it, and then we don't hear about the delay until the actual update is released, you know, like 30 minutes after the update comes out, whenever the Homebase status report gets published. It's ridiculous, man. And like I said, I'd be lying if I pretended I was okay with this. I just can't. The last thing that they say in the Homebase status report is that Dungeons and Frost Knight are leaving soon. Descend into the depths and confront a sinister monster. Complete these quests and unlock those heroes, because dungeons are taking their slumber. In 12.0, fear not, heroes. Dungeons will return at a later date. So at least we got some confirmation that dungeons are coming back. We also knew that Frost Knight was leaving for a fact, because it always comes around every Christmas. Of course, this year's Frost Knight was absolutely terrible compared to last year's, but you know, it's going. I don't think really many people care too much about Frost Knight. Now, dungeons, a lot of people do care about dungeons. I covered it in a recent video, but we do know that for a fact it is going to be coming back, so hopefully Epic Games spend some time and actually get it properly updated. Last thing they say is that they fixed an issue that causes commanders to get stuck in the inventory screen while they're playing dungeons with a controller. So that's going to be pretty much it for this video and for this Homebase status report. Like I said, guys, really disappointed. There's nothing good about this update. I mean, if you're a newer player, then yeah, you know, Love Ranger Jonesy, you get a crossbow, Anti-Cuddle Sarah, but that's it. You know, there was no leaks for this update. Your tickets got auto-converted, so if you were trying to save up for Lunar Llamas like myself, then it's basically a middle finger to your face. The physics engine did get added, which I guess is a pretty positive thing, but nothing really came of it. Like, nothing has affected the game whatsoever thus far, as we know. And yeah, cosmetics got delayed, and dungeons are leaving, and all that cool stuff. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below, as I'm sure the comment section is going to be an absolute battleground, and honestly, I don't blame you at all. But guys, that's it for me. thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will be trying to come out with some more videos, you know, as, you know, the weeks go on, or, you know, leading up to 12.0. Not exactly too much for me to cover, so if you have any video ideas, let me know over on Twitter or in the comments down below. Not exactly sure what I'm going to be covering unless Epic Games comes out with some news, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.